is it in this one small life that makes it all worthwhile? It's the small things, the big things, the humor, the profundity that I notice. Go root around, mess around, and figure it out. It's poking around.
Hello.
Hi, pokers and jokers.
Welcome to Poking Around the podcast, where we joke around about poems and poem around about jokes. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Hannah.
And we are both professional poets and amateur comedians who do a weekly, every Tuesday drop of joy, delight, and wonder. And more, even. Joy, delight, and more into your head. In your ears, in your heart.
I'm having the urge to take off my shoes and sit crisscross applesauce. You think that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hannah,
I'm
we're
having
very
the urge to get comfortable.
We're wearing very different outfits.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're wearing basically the same outfit.
We went completely different.
Today I'm kind of like Princess Fairy Core, and Hannah's like a sporty tennis player, maybe.
Yeah, I basically was installing my air conditioner in right before I came here.
Oh, yes.
Doing like a bunch of stuff around the house.
I was basically doing something completely different.
What Zoe was doing is private.
It's private, but it's fun, and you guys would all be really happy for me, basically. Okay. Is there anything else to be say? I know. I'm like, so private. There's a bunch of private stuff that also Hannah and I have not had a chance to even really like debrief. So if you feel a huge tension between us in this episode,
we haven't gotten to talk at all.
It's because we haven't been able to talk about our private stuff.
Zoe went out of town and then she came back for 4 days in which we haven't really seen each other.
No, because I've been like doing something else private.
And now she's leaving again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've been busy all the times that we could have hung out.
Yeah, basically. I'm leaving tomorrow for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the rest of May.
I'm like, well, I guess we'll debrief in June.
It's summer basically today in New York City.
Yes, and yesterday.
Yeah, and tomorrow.
Yeah. And then it's raining again.
I know. Then it goes crazy back to whatever.
Oh my gosh. Can I say something really cute, though, that happened when I was at dinner last night in Midtown? Okay, so I'm like...
Where did you go? Was it good?
Yeah, we went to actually like a vegan restaurant in Midtown on, I think it was like on 48th and 8th, I believe, called PS Kitchen. Let me just give it a shout out because it was really fucking good.
Okay, great. I just always love to keep track of like good restaurants in Midtown because you can get really confused.
Midtown can get really confused, but
That's where we are right now.
PS Kitchen in Midtown Manhattan. Slade boots the house down, and also like I had a salad and it had tofu in it. This was the most flavorful, perfectly cooked, like firm, delicious tofu I've ever had in my life.
Great.
So we're sitting there outside, and there's this guy sitting next to us who's eating by himself, and his salad looked really good, so I asked him what he got, and then that opened the door for conversation, of course.
And then is that the salad you ended up getting?
Yes, I got the salad. I was like, we're bonded. And then he was like asking us about like what we do, and I was like, oh, I write poems for people on a typewriter in Central Park. I do events, like blah, blah, blah. And then we like went back to being separate. And then apparently, so there were like 2 women seated on his other side, and one of them like reached across, tapped him on the shoulder, and was like, she's being really humble right now. I know who that is.
Oh my God.
And I've followed her for years, and like she's amazing. And then he turned to us and he was like, she just said that she knows you.
Oh my God.
And then and then the 5 of us all had like a big conversation, and these 2 women were both from Canada, and they were both like, we follow you and we love you. And then they like said a bunch of really nice stuff about like my poems and my videos and like my vibe.
That's so
and I was
sweet.
like, oh my God.
That's so sweet.
It was so sweet. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
And I got recognized on the subway the day before that. I had like a big 48 hours of like public recognition of fame. I had my 48 hours of fame.
Yeah. What do they say?
15 minutes.
Oh my God.
15 minutes. What's to be done?
I was like, what do they say? Like 24? Or I was like, or is it 58?
58 minutes. No, you don't even get an hour.
No, you don't even get an hour. You only get a quarter.
Here's what they say. 15 minutes of fame, one hit wonder.
Right.
My mom loved to say that when I was a kid. She would say that about like
one hit wonder.
Yeah, one hit wonder. Overnight success.
Right.
Those are 3 things that people say.
People
that like feel like loosely related to each other in my mind.
Yeah. Of course, because it's about
all that stuff.
All that stuff. So, okay.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so we do poem time.
We do poem time.
We do poem time.
This is the part of the podcast where one of us brings a poem and we read it and we talk about it.
Yes.
And I brought the poem today.
Yay. We think.
We think.
We're
I'm
having a hard time keeping
sure.
track, basically.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I could not. All I remembered was the last episode I had a slick back in. And I was like, but
I think I read the poem then.
That's what I think, yeah. Because I knew the episode before that with Maddie, I brought the poem.
Right, but I gave you the poem to bring.
Right, because of course Maddie was a last minute addition.
Yes.
We had to do something food based.
Yes, okay, no, this is right. You're bringing the poem.
I'm bringing the poem. So just a second as I open my phone.
It's always so funny on the train on the way here. You open up your little folder and you're like, a funny idea.
I know.
But then I was like, I actually have a lot in here. They're all like really small, basically. But yeah.
Okay, so here's the
burned.
poem. The Silence by Nin Andrews. No one can say how it began, least of all the girl in the photo on my desk, dressed in the white frothy wedding dress, who has been performing her whole life for teachers, lovers, friends, parents, spouses. Her mother was always arranging her like a bouquet, each morning pinning her hair back in pink goody barrettes, then dabbing her face, first with a wet cloth, then with rouge and lipstick and eyeshadow. Her mother always said a girl can be someone special or no one at all. The choice is hers. I will be no one, the girl knew, as certain as her name was Annie Louise, as the gap between her front teeth, as the long wait between dinner and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, with the cat in a Nancy Drew mystery on her lap, a macaroon melting on her tongue. She ate slowly as she read, so slowly that even now, years later, the late afternoon hours taste like coconut and sugar, so sweet her heart aches. Sometimes, when she put the book down and gazed into the distance, she thought she heard the still, quiet voice of God. What does it sound like? Her mother asked. She didn't say. Like the pause between the bathroom faucet's slow drip drips, each drop clinging to the spout, a tiny universe waiting to fall.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this I feel like captures like the image and the feeling that came up just on first reading is like, you are a child. I'm feeling 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's the summertime. You are bored out of your goddamn mind. The day is endless.
Yeah.
There is nothing to do. There's this kind of like anticipation of something, like the simplicity of like being at home. It's like, okay, I guess I'll like read a book. Everything like simple.
Yeah.
Like stripped down to its absolute base.
Yeah. It's very nostalgic feeling.
Yes. Like I feel
it's wrapped in
I'm like, oh my gosh, the summer when you're a child is this universe of slowness.
Yeah.
You know?
The whole poem does feel so slow.
Yes.
The Nancy Drew novel.
The macaroon.
I know.
The sounds, especially in the second half of the poem, I was really noticing how all these little internal rhymes fit together and like, yum, 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 yum.
So my feeling when I read this poem, it begins, no one can say how it began, least of all the girl in the photo on my desk dressed in white frothy wedding dress who has been performing her whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's you.
It's you.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel. Like the speaker of the poem is referring to herself in third person as a child.
Yeah.
She's sitting, she's looking at her desk. There's a picture of her on her wedding day in her white dress.
So obvious. It's like she's not only past her childhood, but past like this big marker
Early
of
adulthood,
adulthood where it's like you get married, you're grown up, like you're beyond even that now. Yeah.
And she's contemplating all of the ways in which she has, or where her performance streak like first began, which seems to be like in this relationship with her mother.
Yeah.
That told her
the line, a girl can either be someone special or no one at all. And then she's like, I will choose to be no one. Or is it no one or nothing?
I will be no one. The girl knew as certain as her name was Annie Louise, as the gap between her front teeth.
Her name was Annie Louise. I love that part. Her name is Annie Louise.
Are you kidding?
Angel.
I know.
Oh.
I know. But it's like Annie Louise didn't choose to be no one or choose to be special. She knew she was no one. She was certain. She was certain as her name was Annie Louise. And so she's been performing being special, putting rouge on her cheeks and getting married in this frothy white dress.
Her mother arranging her like a bouquet. Yeah.
You know just what kind of... the character of the mom is very strong in my mind.
Yeah. It feels reminiscent of like a like Southern, you know, like there's strict rules about like what women can and can't be, which I guess are everywhere. But I'm thinking about like my relationship with my mother. Like my mother never arranged me like a bouquet, you know?
No, mine neither.
My mom was like, just like do whatever you want.
I was so glad my mom didn't.
Yeah, she was like, do what you want with your hair. When I asked my mom for the first time if I could like wear makeup, I think we were like at a Target or something, and I was like, can I get a tube of mascara? Oh, God. And I was probably like 11, and I could see my mom's heart break on her face. Like, oh, ouchie. She was like, I do not want you doing that stuff, basically.
It must be heartbreaking to be a mom. If you have the wisdom, because a lot of people... Let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
People grow
Let's talk about it.
You think that as you get older, you get wiser. That is not true for everybody.
That is not true.
Your mother had the wisdom of being like, oh, this is a trap. Like, her wanting to wear mascara, like her wanting to be pretty, her wanting to arrange herself as a bouquet.
Yeah.
It's a trap. It's a trap. And
it's a trap. It's a trap.
And because she has like gained the wisdom of that.
Yeah.
Where some mothers have not.
Some mothers like pass the container of the patriarchy like right down into their daughter's hands, like just shove it delicately down their throats.
That's how I feel whenever I hear like a much older woman talking ill of her body and saying she wants to be skinny or all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I hope when I'm in my goddamn 70s, I am not worrying about being skinny.
Yeah.
Like,
what a waste. What a way that we are like tricked into wasting our lives.
Yeah.
Wasting.
Oh my gosh. It's just all one big trick.
Scam.
And this speaker, Annie Louise, not necessarily seems to know better, but it seems to be totally against her grain. And she wears it anyways.
Well, it's interesting because we're not even sure if like there's so many layers of separation here, right? Like there's the writer, and then there's the speaker of the poem, who's the person who's, I guess, probably looking at the photo, which then we're assuming is then the speaker herself,
could not be.
Is then Annie Louise, but like we don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows anything. It's a poem, so nobody knows.
Nobody knows. But Annie. The author of this poem, her name is spelled Nin. That could be a nickname for Annie. I'm just saying.
Nin. That's cute. Yeah. Well, also, yeah, I mean, there's so much interesting space for playing with like naming and nicknames. Like she says like, oh, like she's as certain that she's no one as her name is Annie Louise. And then like the idea of like, what if that is the speaker or the author's name, but she has this nickname that kind of like frees her from potentially this like nothingness or this nobodiness.
Right.
Who knows?
Who knows? That could be it.
It could be or it could not be.
It could be or it could not be. That's the whole thing with poems. It could be or it could not be. I love the way this poem is written like an excerpt from a novel or a short story.
It feels so story like I love the scene that is set, and it closing on like this dripping of the faucet, like again, that just really mundane quotidian scene of like you're at home and you've got Nancy Drew and the faucet is dripping,
and she says the description of the faucet drip. Sometimes when she put the book down and gazed into the distance, she thought she heard the still, quiet voice of God. What does it sound like? Her mother said. She didn't say. Like the pause between the bathroom faucets, slow drip drips, each drop clinging to the spout, a tiny universe waiting to fall.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
The silence in between the drips is
God's
the
voice
of God. Wow. And each this thing of that each droplet in and of itself is this small universe.
Yeah.
I mean, that it makes me think of when you look at like ants or something and you're like, every single one of those ants is alive and has its own world and its own brief and bizarre existence. And also to so many things beyond us, like we are the ants, and the ocean is but a universe in a single drop.
Yes. The ocean is but one drop of water.
Like think of all of the...
It's crazy to think about.
All of the atoms and molecules and stuff like inside of one drop of
water.
Bathtub faucet dripping, which, oh my God, my bathtub faucet drips.
It does. It stays dripping.
Drips. It stays dripping. It actually, I'm in like a fight with my landlord about this for like over a year. Because one night I was like, I wonder how much water it actually wastes, like how much my bathtub, and you can't turn it, like there's something wrong with the pipes. We've had people come in and look at it. All the pipes need to be replaced. But I was like, I wonder how much water this actually wastes. And so I plugged the drain for one night, 8 hours, sleeping, woke up, the bathtub was this close to overflowing. I was like, this is wasting a bathtub's worth of water every 8 hours.
So
like,
much water.
It makes me sick.
Makes me sick.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a lot of universes.
Yeah.
And a lot of voices of God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? The voice of God is the silence in between noise. Like, that is so true.
I know.
You know, like you get really quiet. You tap into some kind of like in between thing. That's where you
life.
hear, in between life, in between universes, in between whatever is the
voice of God
is
is seeped in every seam and crack that there is between like every bit of life. Don't you think?
Don't you think?
Don't you think?
Has anyone ever said that before? I really think so.
Okay. I want to point out this little part that is that just like perfectly puts the finger on the pulse of nostalgia. Talking about reading Nancy Drew. She ate slowly as she read, so slowly that even now, years later, the late afternoon hours taste like coconut and sugar, so sweet her heart aches.
The late afternoon hours. That is the time of nostalgia.
I know. And it's like...
It's 4 p.m.
Well, when there's a time in your life... Like, I relate to this in... Like, when it's summer. Like, the feeling of the heat on my skin, that dry air, like, all of the things that like, really, like, place you into the feeling of summer. That's when I feel the most nostalgic because, like... The air feels like summer camp. Like the air feels like suddenly I'm like surrounded by my friends at theater camp. There are these like Pavlovian things that go on. And so when the afternoon strikes for her at 4 p.m., the air tastes what?
Sorry, I know what Pavlovian is, but also the first thing that my brain thought was pavlova, which is
that like New
Zealand Christmas dessert. I was like, I was like, why are you bringing
pavlova right now?
I was like, but that does sound good.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, let's get some.
Let's get some pavlova.
I'm like, bring in the pavlova.
And that it is a summer dessert also because in New Zealand, Christmas is in the summertime, which makes me sick. It's so wrong. Sorry to the entire Southern Hemisphere. But I feel like around Christmas,
confusing.
we have real Northern Hemisphere supremacy
Oh,
around like the
yeah.
messaging. It's like,
Yeah.
this is a winter holiday.
It couldn't be more of a
It
winter
couldn't be
holiday.
more winter. I'm like, so you're having like a light fruit dessert for Christmas?
Right. What
So
the
I'm like,
hell?
what about the
basically?
pot roast?
What about the pot roast? What about the roast beast? But
Yes,
Pavlovian
response.
where something triggers you and suddenly you are 7 years old again, and that's nostalgia. Your heart aches. You ache for it. You're
Yeah.
like, what the hell? That's
a
very Christmas as well, of course.
Oh my God, yeah. I had a moment like that earlier today, actually, smelling
I
something
love that.
that I could not place, but I was like, I know in my bones this is something from my childhood. Like, it is visceral.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Your childhood is where you always like return back to. Like, I think about that more and more as I get older and older, and I'm so attached to the girl I was and the child I was, and I'm always relating things back to my childhood, and I think everyone does that.
Yes, yeah.
And everyone was a child, and your childhood is so important and is the foundation from which you emerge, and everything for the rest of your life will be related back to your childhood.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It makes me feel so sad for people who had like a heart. It's like so unfair to like have a difficult childhood. Like, you will never completely like escape. Like, you can heal and heal and heal and heal, but always if you're like pulled back to something in the past, like that will always be so like tender and painful.
Yeah.
And it's like, if only like everyone could just get a nice simple childhood, then we would be like basically all set.
I know. That is so true.
Yeah, it's so precious. And then I can't imagine being a parent and being like, everything I do really, really, really matters basically for the rest of this small person's days. Like, like I can't, like,
the pressure.
And of course you'll mess up. There's no way not to.
Yeah.
There's no way to do it perfectly. But that would really freak me out, I think, of just being like, the stakes are high. They're high.
They're so high. Well,
then again, like, neither of us had a perfect childhood, and I still feel like so fondly toward it. So
right.
I guess it's like basically fine.
It depends on the severity.
It of course depends on the severity. But like, if your parents like mess up a little, it's okay.
It's impossible not to mess up a little. It's like, so basically, like, I did that. Now that kid's gonna think really weirdly about this thing for like a long time.
And also, everyone responds differently to everything. Yeah. Like, you could say the same thing to both of your kids, and one of them could be like, I do not remember that. And the other one could be like, I have OCD now.
Yeah.
We're all so different.
We're all so different.
That's my tagline. Okay. Should we read
it again?
Yeah. I want to, now I think I'm more ready to let the whole of it wash over me, knowing where it starts and where it ends.
Yeah. The Silence by Nin Andrews. No one can say how it began, least of all the girl in the photo on my desk, dressed in the white frothy wedding dress, who has been performing her whole life for teachers, lovers, friends, parents, spouses. Her mother was always arranging her like a bouquet, each morning pinning her hair back in pink goody barrettes, then dabbing her face, first with a wet cloth, then with rouge and lipstick and eyeshadow. Her mother always said a girl can be someone special or no one at all. The choice is hers. I will be no one, the girl knew, as certain as her name was Annie Louise, as the gap between her front teeth, as the long wait between dinner and 4 o'clock in the afternoon with the cat and a Nancy Drew mystery on her lap, a macaroon melting on her tongue. She ate slowly as she read, so slowly that even now, years later, the late afternoon hours taste like coconut and sugar, so sweet her heart aches. Sometimes, when she put the book down and gazed into the distance, she thought she heard the still, quiet voice of God. What does it sound like? Her mother asked. She didn't say. like the pause between the bathroom faucet's slow drip drips, each drop clinging to the spout, a tiny universe waiting to fall.
I feel like I'm reading like an excerpt from like the Boxcar Children or something, you know, or like a book. I mean, like Nancy, like a book of that era. Like
it
really,
feels like the
classic
opening to a book.
Yeah, like children's like chapter book.
Yeah.
I also love that the mom asks, what does the voice of God sound like? She doesn't answer.
Yeah.
But then we get the answer at the end of the poem.
And she doesn't answer because it's silence.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like
she's
this.
Like, I mean, in her non-answer, there is an answer.
Yeah.
What does it sound like? The mom's like, I don't get what you're. She's like, I'm trying to communicate to you the sound between the.
The mom's like, I don't have enough of wisdom to like get what you're saying.
I'm not following.
Not following.
Oh, that makes me feel so cozy.
I know. It's a really cozy poem.
Oh,
it's a story.
Okay. I feel like my joke kind of like fits into this.
Yeah, I love it when that happens.
Okay, so now we're gonna do joke time.
Joke time.
So my funny idea that I have today, I think we came up with together, but I can't ever remember who I was with.
We're always coming up with stuff together. It's basically whoever writes it down.
Whoever writes
it down. Joke.
We were talking about how so there's a trend obviously on social media, and maybe not a trend, but you've seen, of course, parents like post pictures with their children and the child's face is blocked out by like a little heart or like a little sun or something to protect the child's privacy, because children obviously can't consent yet about like whether or not they're being posted on the internet.
And people are weird.
And people on the internet are weird and
not okay.
Scary.
Not okay.
But we were laughing about like what if really it's like okay, you're like protecting the child's privacy, but like what if they're just like kind of ugly?
Right. It's like I don't want
people to see my baby's face. Like I'm kind
about
of
how like ugly and fucked up my kid looks,
which is horrible because obviously like all
kids
babies
can't be
are
ugly
cute and beautiful.
Life is amazing.
Life is amazing and miraculous. But it's like a funny. It's like silly to think about like
the parents' POV of being like, oh, it'll be perfect because they'll think that we're protecting the kids' privacy. We have the perfect ruse to like
exactly. It's like
not have to share their
you
face.
You just throw a little heart over the face.
Right.
And then you meet the baby in person and you're like, oh, okay.
Once in a while, a baby is, you know.
I saw a baby on the train that legitimately had like the face structure, nose, eyes, ears, eyebrows, lips, everything of a very old man.
Babies can look like old men.
It had like the like biggest like old man nose. I recently learned that apparently your nose keeps growing forever.
Yeah. I think
and
we were
your
together
ears.
when
I think we were probably together when we learned that. Who knows where or when. And
don't quote us, basically.
No, but
of course we didn't look it up.
Someone was saying like your nose, like of course infinitesimally, but that's why
infinitesimally. Never heard that word before. I believe it, of course. But like it has the word infant in it, and we're talking about infants.
It has the word infant.
I was like, she's going to say infant, and she just kept going and going and going. I was like, what is that? Something weird about infants.
Have you ever heard the word infinitesimal?
I don't think so.
It's like
spell it.
Little tiny bit by bit by bit.
Is that why they're called infants? Because they're little?
I don't know. I thought that infinitesimal. I'm like having a hard time saying it. I'm like, am I making this up?
You kept going with the word.
Can anyone check in and
like
let me know?
The next like stuff out of her mouth is just surprising to me.
You're like, it's like when you are hearing someone like speak a foreign language that you like maybe kind of know. Like this is how it feels like when I'm listening to someone speak French. I'm getting it, and all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell?
Have you seen those videos that's like how English sounds to non-English speakers, and it's like, whoa,
they nail it
perfectly.
They nail it. Yes, yeah. Go Go ahead and look that up if you haven't seen it. It's a real hoot and a holler.
But this means bit by bit.
Bit by bit.
It's a longer way to say bit by bit.
And I thought that maybe it shared a root with the word infinite, but maybe infant also does. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
It's kind of like interesting.
We like to look it up.
We like to look up, especially like word stuff.
My throat is just allergies recently have been next level. My sneezing has been
I have been sneezing like
charts,
crazy.
and my throat has been itchy. And I think I might have forgotten to take my allergy pill this morning.
Okay, infinitesimal is a quantity that is greater than 0 but smaller than any measurable or finite value. So it's like really, really, really small. While strictly distinct from an absolute 0, it is conceptually just defined as a value approaching 0 as a limit.
It's as close to 0 as you could possibly get without it being 0.
It says infinitely small. So it's like infinitely small.
But not 0.
But not
it's
0.
It's as little as you can possibly get while still existing.
Yeah.
Because 0, I guess, means non-existent.
Here's 2 examples.
Except, of course, there's the negatives.
It's mostly used in math and physics, but can also be used in like the chances of winning the grand prize were infinitesimal. He adjusted the microscope to measure an infinitesimal particle. Yeah. So I guess you could say infinitesimally.
Growing.
Or maybe just infinitesimal. Yeah. It grows at an infinitesimal rate. In that it's almost like
the name of this episode has to be infinitesimal or whatever the hell it is.
Like,
infinitesimal or whatever.
I already thought we had like a good name earlier, but I forgot it. But I was like, I'll remember it when I edit this.
Oh yeah, are you editing it?
Or maybe you are.
Best
of luck to whoever does whatever they do.
Best of luck to whoever edits this episode. Best of luck to them.
Yeah, but that's why like you don't notice on someone's adult face until maybe they're 90 years old. It's like suddenly your nose looks
is quite
big, but it only has to be like the smallest amount bigger for us to notice it, because we're also so hyper attuned to each other's faces.
Right.
We're obsessed with each other's faces.
Right.
You know, we can
but
like
once
notice
in a while,
everything.
You go like, I've never noticed that thing on that person that I've known for years.
Or once in a while, you're looking at 2 people and you're like, I legit cannot tell you apart.
When I watched the movie Love Actually, all those white British guys.
Oh my God, yes.
Hugh Grant.
Yes.
And the rest of them.
Hugh Grant and the rest of them.
I was watching that movie for the first time and I was like, I thought that guy was the prime minister.
Yes. Yeah. I have that actually a lot with like men in movies. I'm like, if they're both brunette, if they're both blonde, you've basically lost me.
And think about if they were all British.
They're all British. Yeah, I was like, I think that I committed like a small microaggression against like a handful of older white women at a gig this weekend, in that like they were all wearing these like beautiful floral dresses, and they were all kind of like blonde-ish and like very like put together, and they were coming and getting poems from me, and then they were leaving and like coming back for their poems. And in my head I was like, I know who like this woman is opposed to this woman. I kept giving people the wrong poem. And then I was like, at a certain point, I was like, I'm just going to put these down here at the end of the table. And you guys can decide who Sonia is. And that is none of my business, because I am feeling not good about how I can't tell who any of you are.
You guys go ahead and decide who Sonia is. I'm going to leave myself out of it this time.
This has nothing to do with me.
Right.
Yeah. All love.
All love.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Ugly
My joke
babies.
about ugly babies.
Remember dead baby jokes?
Yeah. In middle school, especially, they were everywhere.
I never thought they were funny. I was like, oh, nice. Cool. I was just like, not because I was like, that's wrong, because I was like, but it's not making me laugh at all. Like, I don't, like, It's just not my sense of
Wait,
humor.
one of them just popped into my head. Should I tell it?
I guess so.
I'm like, okay, wait, sorry, you guys. This is like very 2010.
Right.
You know? How many babies does it take to paint a house?
I don't know.
Depends how hard you throw that.
Oh my God! Wow, that is really not landing with me now at the age of 30 in this dark, dark world.
Actually, yeah. So the thing is, like, when we were telling those jokes, we didn't really know about the dark, dark world. And it was, like, all hypothetical. And now it's kind of like, so... No. We're not going to joke about that.
So no dead baby jokes. That was the last dead baby joke you will be hearing first and last on this podcast.
And basically in the world, maybe they're over now.
I hope so.
That was the shot heard around the world.
I think as a kid, I was like, that's just not tickling my feathers.
As a kid, I think because I was kind of, especially at that age, like 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly to be cool, and
right.
I was kind of like seen, you know,
right?
Where it's like everything's like
babies
hardcore.
is hilarious.
Yeah, you're kind of like, ha ha.
I'm an
like,
edgelord.
I'm an edgelord. yeah, basically.
Look at her.
Look at me.
She's an edgelord. In her little cherry top.
In my cherry top. That was given to me at a gig. It has a stain on it from Benjamin's music video because someone's iced tea spilled on me. Let's give him a plug.
We already did it, but we'll do it again.
Oh, we already did
I think
it?
in the last episode.
What?
Our friend Benjamin Hightower has a new song, Manhattan Perfect. It's already out. Probably by the time this episode comes out, the music video will be out as well.
I can't wait to
us
see the music video. We're in
and
it.
a bunch of other people.
I'm wearing this top, and maybe you might see someone splash their Manhattan onto me, which is why I have this stain right here.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a top that if I were to bend over, everything would have fallen out.
Hannah was having...
keep an eye out for that because there might be a little show.
A struggle with some fashion tape that was too old and not sticky
fashion
anymore.
Tape I bought in the year when we were juniors in college. So basically 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, 9.
Wow.
We'll call it 9.
We'll call it 9.
We'll call it 9, be generous.
Okay, great. Well, that was kind of weird how I told a dead baby joke time.
You're like, ooh, I have the perfect joke for joke time. I'm going to tell a dead baby joke.
I just remember that one. That one stuck with me. I know there was one also about a blender that I don't quite remember.
I'm also
remember
feeling
being
something
like, I
about a
remember
blender.
feeling like that one maybe went a little too far. I was like, I'm okay with throwing them, but maybe not blending them.
Another famous joke was a your mama jokes.
Your mama.
Which I did make one the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you say?
It was like...
This is a throwback episode.
I was with somebody, I won't say who because I don't want their mom to like know that I made a joke about her.
Okay.
But...
Will you tell me later?
Yeah. It was like passing by this huge like construction site. And it was like, oh, I wonder, like...
you're nailing this. Oh, I wonder.
What's something I was like, your mom. I can't remember.
Wow.
Sorry. It actually was funny though. I got a laugh because it was like so ridiculous to make a your mom joke.
It's so shocking to hear something like a your mama joke.
Yeah.
In the year 2026.
Yeah.
People used to say it in response to everything.
Everything.
And it was always suggesting that you were like fucking someone's mom.
Wait, I have a really good memory about a your mama joke.
Okay.
And we could use it to cap off joke time.
Perfect.
I was working at summer theater camps at Kindermer School, where I went to school, then did theater camps, then I started working there, then Zoe started working there.
It's true.
Okay. And I was like on lunch, but I was like on lunch duty, so I was just sitting on a field and like all the kids were running around and playing and I was eating my sandwich.
You would get paid $10 extra to do lunch duty, which meant you'd never get a break for 1 second.
I'm not sure in those
day.
days I even got paid $10 extra
You just
due
had to
to being 15. Yeah.
Yeah. I did lunch duty every single day because I was like $50 extra a week. Hell yeah.
Right. That's $200 extra a month. That's great.
Yeah. But then it's also like, so I like literally never took a break ever.
Right, it's wrong.
It's fine.
It's wrong. But this kid
Like, I'm
comes
responsible
up to
for your
me.
children. I have had no break. Okay.
This kid comes up to me and he's crying. He's probably like 6 or 7. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, Oscar was being mean to me. He's bullying me. And I was like, what did he say? And he was like, he said, my mama was so fat that when she stepped on a scale, her phone number came up. He was bawling.
To have him repeat the joke like in full.
Me being 15, you can imagine my reaction.
You were like, you're like, that's not right for Oscar to say. You're like, that's like like her phone number.
I know, it's like, wow, that's funny. And like, congratulations on like getting it.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone got it.
yeah.
It's a big number.
It's, 303.
Think about your phone number as a number. I've never thought about that before. Like, how is it? Is it like 7?
Next time someone asks for your phone number, you're like 702,000. I won't keep going due to not wanting to dox us.
I think it might be like 720 million.
Wait. 720. Oh my God. 720 million.
Yeah. 340. Me and Hannah share those first digits of our phone number. And you guys can guess the rest,
720 million, 340.
You can use your intuition for the rest. That would be such a funny way to give someone your phone number. Wow. Let me just make it up so we get the satisfaction of hearing the whole number. 720,341,889.
8089.
889 and 1.
And what? 889 would be
7,200,000,000.
7 billion.
Yeah, because everything, if there's another digit at the end,
like
we have to
plus
move
one,
everything over at the end. So then it would be like 7 billion and then the 203,000. Okay, now I can't think about
The
it at all.
listeners are like, wait, what?
Stop it.
Stop. Skip.
Stop it.
Skip 15 seconds.
15.
seconds. We're still going like 947,000. They're like, skip 15.
They're like, they're not even giving their real phone numbers. Like, why are we listening to this? Wait, whatever number we just gave, you should prank call it, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like being a kid.
Oh
and you
my
would
God,
prank,
that was
you would
so
just
fun.
put in a random phone number and be like, and then someone would pick up and you'd be like, ah!
That shit was so fun.
And you'd be like, your mama.
Your mama. Hang up. Be like, ah!
That is what the summertime was when you were 10. You were like, what are we going to do? We're going to dial someone up on the landline.
We're going to star 67 it.
Yeah,
67.
star 6. Whoa.
Sorry.
Or was it star 69? Sorry.
69.
I know.
It was either 67 or 69.
And like those are both like really have a connotation.
Yeah. They have
Of sorts.
connotations.
I think it was star 67.
I think it was 67. I think FML. I think that 69, that would have really been big
They would have
for us
rocked
back
a lot
then.
of boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
The kids don't even know about star 67. They would eat that shit up.
They haven't even gotten their little paws on that.
No.
They don't know about phones.
Right. Like
phones.
Like proper phones.
They don't know about phones.
No.
When kids now are like pantomiming a phone, they go like this.
Yeah. Right.
Instead of like this.
Oh, yeah. But
Like,
this
we
was
would do
never
this.
right.
I know, but this is kind of sexy.
I know, it's fun, but it's just funny because it's like, yeah,
If you
this
guys
was-
are- if you guys
we were
aren't
being
watching
accurate,
us-
it would be this as well.
Yeah, no, that's so
Right,
true.
this is never right. This was never like it. Like, I feel like it's not generational like changes. It's like we just for some reason this caught on. Because our hand
love
became the
this.
phone.
Yeah, your hand becomes the phone. I hope you guys can picture what we're doing. I think you guys get it.
Yeah.
About like holding an iPhone versus holding like
Your thumb to your ear and
ear.
your pinky to your
Wow.
lips.
Yes. Okay, let's do poem time.
That was fruitful though.
Yeah, we kind of explored.
Yeah.
We went all actually over the place.
I know.
Wow. Okay. That's called friendship improv comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now's the part of the podcast where we
Write poems on the spot about what we talked about. We invite you to do the same. You can email us at pokingaroundpod@gmail.com with your poem inspired by this week's episode. What did we talk about?
We talked about
Nostalgia,
oh,
childhood,
yes. Summertime, boredom. Oh, these are all really
this is great.
good.
This is
good,
yum.
Dead baby jokes.
Dead baby
your
jokes, your mama jokes.
Being in middle school, trying to be cool, etc., etc. Like you get it.
Oh, good. We really found ourselves in childhood throughout this whole episode. Yeah.
We do that a lot. It all comes back there.
Because it all comes back there.
Okay. We'll be right back. We invite you to, if you want to, like, pause for 5 or 10 minutes and write, do your thing. See what happens.
Do your thing.
Get nostalgic. Okay. Be right back. Bye. Hey, we're back. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, great.
I'll go first.
Okay, new phone case.
I got a new phone case.
Oh, okay.
Do you like it?
I love it.
It's whimsical.
It's whimsical. Basically, we don't have time to talk about it now, I'm realizing.
Okay, I wish I could edit this. There's questions I have and comments, but
it's okay.
I'll call this prank call.
Oh, cute.
Okay. When Seamus came in the summertime, we knew what to do for our boredom. In the basement, by the sewing machine, beneath the drop ceiling, on the shag carpeting, we dialed the beige landline. What delight is there quite like poking pudgy fingers into the hole of a rotary, pulling down and watching the circle release counterclockwise, the thrill of the voice on the other end of the line. We were children giggling just to be thrown into the nighttime living room of someone on the other side of the country, interrupting dinner time, and presents grew bigger and bigger before always we hung the cradle up.
I love it.
Just like a little prank call poem.
It's a little prank call
poem. I have like a few. My Seamus is my cousin, and we would sometimes, when he was like when we were both at our grandparents' house, we would like go down into the basement where there was a rotary phone that was somehow still connected for some reason, and we were just addicted to being like, and then we'd be like, we like never said anybody. It was like the thrill of someone picking up was like, oh my God, there's another person there.
Yeah.
Like to be connected at random with someone after just like pulling down whatever number your little pudgy fingers hit.
Could intuit.
A rotary phone is addictive to use. Like bring them back.
Wait, what's your questions and what's your...
Well, basically, I'm pretty sure that you pull down the rotary. I can't remember if you pull it down in a way where, like, when you turn it, it goes counterclockwise and then spins back clockwise, or if it goes the other way. I'm pretty sure, actually,
I think it goes counterclockwise and
then it spins back clockwise. Okay, I'm going to change this clockwise then, because that feels right in my hand. But I was like, I looked up a picture of the phone, and I was like, I'm having a hard time remembering.
Yeah.
Or, like, do you go from the bottom up?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hearing this poem, I'm like, upon revisions, aching to hear about the family from which you and Seamus are from, and like maybe relating the prank calledness to some sort of like larger familial ruse, or do you know what I mean? Like I'm itching for the prank call to be some sort of metaphor for something like larger going on in the family. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder what that would be.
I know.
Like make something up.
I know. Like a short story or something, it would work.
The speaker of the poem has this happening in their family.
Right.
It's fiction. A poem can be whatever it wants to be.
Right.
That's so cool.
It doesn't have to be.
We assume so often that poetry is autobiographical, but like it does not have to be.
No.
But sometimes people get mad. Like if you were to like make up a poem about something that happened to you, but it didn't happen, like that might kind of upset some people. Like we really like project autobiography onto the poem.
Poems specifically, because it's like obviously there's fiction.
Exactly.
People don't get mad about writing that. Like this would be a fabulous short story with a larger metaphor connecting the prank phone call to like something going on in the family drama.
And I just love setting the scene of like my grandparents' basement.
Yeah. That was lovely. Yeah.
Okay, should I read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
Okay.
Do 2 time.
Okay. Prank call. When Seamus came in the summertime, we knew what to do for our boredom. In the basement, by the sewing machine, beneath the drop ceiling, on the shag carpeting, we dialed the beige landline. What delight is there quite like poking pudgy fingers into the hole of a rotary, pulling down and watching the circle release clockwise, the thrill of the voice on the other end of the line. We were children giggling just to be thrown into the nighttime living room of someone on the other side of the country, interrupting dinner, and presents grew bigger and bigger before always we hung the cradle up.
Hung the cradle up.
Hung that cradle up.
Cradle also makes me think about babies.
Babies. And that connects to what we talked about.
Yep. Okay, now I will read mine. I don't have a title. The summer comes slow. Days stretched like rubber band pulled between my small fingers. I ask you to snap it. I scream when you do. I've grown my hair long and it twists in the wind as Abby and I ride our bikes through her suburb that I always wished was mine. We've tied bikinis round our necks, on toes of 11 reaching to be teens, to cosplay the girls in the movies we watch in secret. Ice cream dripped down and my forearm is sticky. Is milk chocolate sweet and I don't wipe it away? These were the dirty days before I had somewhere to be. My mother is home waiting for me, and the house is ripe like a tomato left too long in the sun, on the edge of the burst, but I don't remember that right now. Right now, I remember the bike, I remember the sugar, and I remember the dream.
I love that.
Yay.
I love when Abby comes into your poems.
Yeah.
She seriously
She'd be
belongs
making
there.
appearances.
She's going to be making an appearance.
Yeah.
An ex-childhood best friend will be in a poem.
Yes, that's what poems
First
are
name,
for. First name.
There's a line in there when you say toes of 11, and I know that you mean like 11 years old, but in my first thought, I was like, you have like an extra toe. Just letting you know.
That's like the kind of thing that you would not think of in editing, but you need someone else to
you
tell
need someone else to be like,
you're like,
toes
so
of
by the way,
11.
like the first thing I thought was there was like an extra toe on your foot, and
that
I'm
maybe,
pretty
like,
sure
took me
that's not what
out.
you mean. You're like 11 toes.
11 toes. Cool. You're like, so something
It's
about
too
my
close
friend
to
Abby
10.
is she had 11 toes.
So
It's too close to 10.
I was between what I wanted that number to be of the age, and I landed on 11.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to say 12 because it's right next to being a teen.
Totally.
You know, but then there's the toe problem, so it's just endless.
Tough. It's endless problems when you write a poem. What could anyone interpret or mean from what I'm saying about the toes? I love this. I love the like sunburst. I love the back before like I had anywhere to be.
Yeah.
Like my mother's waiting for me.
You would legit have ice cream like all on your forearm for like all day when you were a kid. Like you never even thought to
biking
clean.
around in the summer. Tell me a better thing. There isn't one.
And she lived in the suburbs, and there was like this pool
The
that we would
suburb I
bike
wish
to.
was mine.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was so jealous of people who lived in the suburbs. Just funny, you know, but
Yeah.
you always want what you don't have.
It legit sucked out there.
Yeah, that was like, that's fame. Okay,
Yeah,
let me read my
that's
poem
fame.
again.
That's fame.
That's fame.
To live in the suburbs, you're like, as an adult, you're like, what?
I'm like, that's what being famous is. That's when you live in the suburbs. Okay. The summer comes slow. Days stretched like rubber band pulled between my small fingers. I ask you to snap it. I scream when you do. I've grown my hair long and it twists in the wind as Abby and I ride our bikes through her suburb that I always wished was mine. We've tied bikinis round our necks, on toes of 11 reaching to be teens, to cosplay the girls in the movies we watch in secret. Ice cream dripped down and my forearm is sticky. Is milk chocolate sweet and I don't wipe it away? Those were the dirty days before I had somewhere to be. My mother is home waiting for me, and my house is ripe like a tomato left too long in the sun, on the edge of the burst, but I don't remember that right now. Right now, I remember the bike. I remember the sugar, and I remember the dream.
Lovely.
If I had to edit, I would just end it at right now, I remember the bike.
Yes. Boom.
Yeah.
It's like, blah, 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 blah. Enough. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Poking Around. Reminder, we have a merch store. We have a membership. And it's all happening.
It's all happening.
Yeah. So check that out. We'll be posting about it if you are interested at all.
Yeah, we'll make like a big announcement if we haven't already by the time you hear this episode.
Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye.